Mia, a young woman from Japan, was on a solo trip to Europe. She had always dreamed of traveling to Italy, and now that she was there, she couldn't believe how beautiful the town was. The old cobblestone streets, the smell of fresh pastries in the air, and the sound of waves crashing on the shore made her heart feel full. As she walked through the market, looking at the handmade souvenirs, she accidentally bumped into a man who was carrying a basket of fresh fruit. The basket tipped over, and fruit rolled everywhere. "Oh no, I'm so sorry," Mia exclaimed, bowing slightly, embarrassed. The man, Luca, a local Italian, looked at her with wide eyes. He smiled warmly, though, not seeming upset at all. "No problem," he said, though Mia didn't understand the words. Mia smiled back, but she realized they didn't speak the same language. She didn't know much Italian, and he didn't know any Japanese. She reached for the fruit, trying to help him pick it up, but the situation felt awkward. "Thank you," Mia said, hoping her smile was enough. Luca laughed gently and said something in Italian that Mia couldn't understand. He gestured to the fruit, then to the market, showing that it was okay and they didn't need to worry about the mess. Mia tried to say sorry again, but Luca just laughed and gave her a thumbs up, pointing at the fruit with a grin. Mia smiled, feeling a little better but still unsure of how to communicate. Over the next few days, Mia and Luca crossed paths again. She would see him in the market or walking along the beach, and every time they exchanged smiles. Though they couldn't speak to each other, something about their silent connection made Mia feel comfortable. She looked forward to their brief encounters. One day, Mia was sitting in a cafe enjoying a cappuccino when Luca came in. He spotted her and smiled, walking over to her table. "Ciao," he said, pointing to the seat across from her. Mia blinked in surprise. She had no idea what ciao meant, but she recognized the friendly tone. She smiled and nodded, indicating that he could sit down. Luca smiled back and pulled out his phone. He opened a translation app and typed in, "I hope you're enjoying your time in Italy." Mia smiled, impressed. She quickly typed in her phone, "Yes, I love it here. Italy is so beautiful." Luca read her message and typed back, "I'm glad you like it. I love my town, but it's even better when I can share it with someone new." Mia's heart skipped a beat. Even though they still couldn't speak directly, the translation app was a bridge between their worlds. They spent the rest of the afternoon typing messages to each other, laughing at some funny translations and learning little bits about each other. As the days passed, Mia and Luca spent more time together. They went on walks through the town, enjoyed meals at local restaurants, and shared their favorite spots by the beach. They didn't need words to communicate. They pointed at things they liked, laughed together, and used gestures to express their thoughts. One evening, while watching the sunset on the beach, Luca took Mia's hand and pointed to the sky, making a heart shape with his hands. Mia understood immediately. She smiled and nodded, placing her hand on her heart. The moments they shared felt like they were speaking the same language, even if the words weren't the same. It was as if their hearts understood each other without needing to say anything at all. As the end of Mia's trip approached, she felt a mixture of sadness and gratitude. She had never imagined that a trip to Italy would change her life so completely. On their last day together, Mia and Luca stood on the same beach where they had shared so many beautiful moments. Mia took a deep breath, then typed into her phone, "Thank you for everything. I will never forget this." Luca read the message and smiled. He typed back, "I'm sad you're leaving, but love doesn't need words. We'll always have our memories." Mia felt a lump in her throat. She didn't need to translate that. She knew what he meant. Their love story had transcended language. They had connected on a level deeper than words could express. As Mia boarded the train to the airport, she felt a sense of peace in her heart. She didn't know what the future held, but she knew that sometimes love didn't need words. It could speak through gestures, through shared moments, and through the silent connection two people could have, no matter where they came from or what language they spoke. And as she looked out the window, she smiled, knowing that love could bring people together, even when they didn't speak the same language.